experienced survivalists have chosen to put their skills to the ultimate test. No water and no food. Their challenge is to survive for 21 days. Can a man and woman survive alone in the wilderness, naked and afraid?
Pure Evil Naked and Afraid reality TV show files. Deep dive. Alleged animal cruelty. Capitalism. Contestant exploitation. Shady TV producers. True crime, etc. Before we get started, all my YouTube videos related to this topic, including other reality TV show YouTube videos I've done, will be on the screen if you would like to check them out. So let's get started into this reality TV show topic.
Stop being stubborn. You need to drink. If you don't drink, I'm not bringing you water anymore. I'll let you die. Like, that's it. I'm not boiling your water anymore, dude. You're just standing in the sun.
I keep pacing back and forth. It's too cold to just
stand.
You're
so right. You're always right, Joe.
What, did you hang out in the shade just to appease her now? This seems really childish.
Naked and Afraid is a Discovery Channel reality series where two strangers, stripped bare, are tasked with surviving 21 days in a remote wilderness location, using only their survival skills and one permitted item each. The show explores their challenge of building shelter, finding water and food, and enduring the natural environment without any modern amenities or pre-existing relationships. It's noted for being an original concept that tests human fortitude, though it uses pixelation to censor private parts. Naked and Afraid has a distinct pop culture presence, primarily driven by its premise as a reality survival series. Fan communities on platforms like Reddit and Facebook. He show's enduring popularity is evident through fan groups, discussions about its tropes, and even themed cruises, all contributing to its cultural footprint beyond its broadcast on the Discovery Channel. After 17 successful seasons, the survival reality series Naked and Afraid has undoubtedly amassed a cult following. The show puts viewers on the edge of their seats as they follow two strangers who are dropped off in extreme environments. But there is alleged dark sides to this relaity TV show, just like the others. The show has been accused of promoting animal cruelty by requiring untrained contestants to hunt and kill wild animals for food, a process that is often not humane. A petition on Change.org specifically calls out the senseless destruction of nature and wildlife. For ratings, as much as people would like to believe these contestants are stranded and vulnerable out in the middle of the jungle, they are in fact together with producers, cameramen, and medical personnel. The acts of hunting and killing defenseless animals is revolting and completely unnecessary. What is the point of raiding a bird's nest and killing all the bobbies? And the snakes that are killed because they are a threat, when everyone knows the only reason they are a threat is because the contestants put the snakes in that position in the first place. Or the episode where an innocent antelope was stalked and brutally killed. These are so-called actors who are in no way trained or qualified as hunters to humanely kill an animal for food. This senseless destruction of nature and wildlife must end, and must end now. The Change.org petition reads, video showing Naked and Afraid, survivalist eating dead baby dolphin on Aliso Beach leads to investigation. Laguna Beach lifeguards and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration are investigating whether Gary Golding, a survivalist on the Discovery Channel's Naked and Afraid, alone, violated the Marine Mammal Protection Act when he ate a dead baby dolphin at Aliso Beach. We're looking into the details of this incident, said Laguna Beach lifeguard Capt. Kai Bond. We are in a marine protected area, and he may have violated the Marine Mammal Protection Act. Bond said his department became aware of the incident after the celebrity news website TMZ published a story Sunday, Jan. 12, along with a video showing Golding cutting into and eating the dolphin. Golding's video has sparked outrage, especially in Laguna. It is unfortunate some individuals will result in animal cruelty to gain attention for their TV shows, said Mike Beenan, a local environmentalist who was instrumental in pushing for Laguna's beaches to become protected. Maybe this is more of a mental health issue and false machismo. Let's see if the Discovery Channel will be a responsible corporation and cancel his show. The American reality television series Naked and Afraid, which recently filmed an episode in Namibia, has been criticized by environmentalists. In reaction to a scene showing contestants killing and eating a nest of birds, an online campaign titled "Stop Animal Cruelty on Naked and Afraid" has been started, located on causes.com. The campaign has so far drawn 2,380 supporters. It states that the show is promoting cruel acts and killing for entertainment and TV ratings. Focused on the episode filmed in Namibia, titled Primal Fear, the campaign is extremely critical of one scene where the two contestants discover a bird's nest. In the scene, Luke McLaughlin and Lindsay Laytett are searching for food when they discover a nest containing 5 Hammercup scopus umbretta chicks. They then proceed to kill and eat the birds. Controversies surrounding Naked and Afraid primarily concern the show's claims of authenticity, with former contestants and critics arguing that situations are staged, locations are not truly isolated, and producers actively interfere, such as fabricating a survivalist's illness or providing crucial gear. Some former contestants claim the filming locations were not as isolated as the show portrayed, suggesting a lack of genuine isolation. Other allegations of the show include in the Naked and Afraid. Last one standing season, some viewers and contestants felt the competitive gameplay crossed a line into sabotage and dirty tactics, rather than just survival. The recent departure of multiple women from Last One Standing was attributed to disagreements over unfair or unsafe conditions and production disagreements, though the exact reasons remain speculative. Also another conterversy, some fans of the show and viewers have suggested that the survival show genre, including Suvivor and Naked and Afraid, is often seen as a white people thing, pointing to the lack of diversity in casting on both of the reality TV shows. I used to watch this show all the time and I stopped watching it a while ago, but the entire time I watched it, I only saw one black woman casted for it. But more recently, an African-American woman just became the first person to survive 21 days in Chiapas on Naked and Afraid and made history, in an amazing first. Shanika has become the first Naked and Afraid survivalist and black woman to survive 21 days in the Chiapas rainforest after her partner tapped out on day 11. Through this accomplishment, she hopes to inspire more diversity and representation in the nature-loving community. Endangering contestants. Despite the presence of a crew, contestants face real threats from dangerous wildlife, sickness, and environmental hazards. Some have been medically evacuated after suffering serious health crises, with one participant stating they would have died without extraction. Naked and Afraid's dramatic illness storyline was actually fake. Anything can happen to Naked and Afraid contestants on Discovery Channel's wannabe Survivor survivalist reality show. But Season 3 contestant, Phaedra Brothers claims Naked and Afraid distorted the storyline where she got sick during her time on the show. Naked and Afraid leaves two strangers stranded together and exposes them to the world's most extreme weather environments with only one personal item: no food. No water and no clothes. When Phaedra joined Naked and Afraid, she knew what she was getting into and had experience relying only on her survival skills. But she was not prepared for what Naked and Afraid production would release from her episode. The truth behind Naked and Afraid's dirty water storyline, Naked and Afraid Season 3, Episode 7, titled Himalayan Hell, featured Phaedra Brothers and her partner, Hakeem Eiler, surviving for 21 days in northern India. In the episode, viewers saw a dehydrated Phaedra make a quick judgment call to drink from a stream of water without doing anything to clean the water. Phaedra was shown progressively getting weaker with vomiting and diarrhea. Several times during the episode, the Naked and Afraid narrator asserted that Phaedra's illness was due to drinking untreated water and called it poor decision-making. There were shots of her partner, Hakeem, insisting she should have waited for them to clean the water and that he would never drink from a stream of water. According to Phaedra, her Naked and Afraid episode failed to show her partner drinking the exact same, untreated, water and suffering from no illness afterward. A Naked and Afraid Season 3 episode also failed to mention that Phaedra Brothers was already sick before her Naked and Afraid experience even began. In an interview with Channel Guide magazine, Phaedra Brothers revealed she came down with food poisoning the night before she was set to start her naked and afraid adventure, which caused her to start her 21 days already very sick and dehydrated, leading up to Phaedra's naked and afraid episode. The then 27-year-old mom studied and prepared for her drop-off location to the best of her ability. Knowing she would be going to India, Phaedra planned ahead and packed her luggage full of food so that she would be full, healthy, and strong before she was stranded without clothes, food, or water. However, when Phaedra arrived in India, her luggage was lost. Her packed food and nourishment was all gone, and all she had to eat leading up to her naked and afraid insertion day were granola bars, which didn't last very long. I told one of the Indian men who was a part of the crew that I had been eating only granola bars because I was afraid of getting sick from eating unsanitary food. He said that I needed to eat protein, and he made this really great chicken curry dish. I have a picture of myself with the food, and I was really excited. That night, Phaedra explains that she woke up feeling extremely sick and realized the meal she ate likely caused food poisoning. Phaedra goes on to explain that despite being sick with food poisoning, production encouraged her to continue on with plans to be on the show. Phaedra was sick from the moment she was released to survive for 21 days, but she pushed herself to overcome the illness and complete her mission. Phaedra has been criticized since her performance on Naked and Afraid, but most of it comes from the way production shaped her illness. As a rookie mistake, Naked and Afraid is a reality show, and like other reality shows, production has the liberty to edit and shape the footage however they deem fit for entertainment. But a string of new allegations from a former Naked and Afraid participant, as well as a highly charged claim from a survival expert vehemently opposed to this genre of reality TV, has some viewers wondering whether producers are influencing the show more than they let on. The show was first exposed by a Daily Mail article all the way back in 2013. That report alleged a secret feeding and undisclosed IV given by producers to a female contestant after she fell ill due to a poorly prepared meal of turtle. Kim Shelton was supposedly fed bread, rice, and baby food, and hooked up to 2 separate IV drips to stave off dehydration. The thrust of the DM article is not that Shelton shouldn't have received medical attention, but that it was dishonest of the producers to provide it without making a mention in the final cut of her episode. Those components of the "is naked and afraid" fake question lead us to the most recent, and potentially most damning, entry, which comes from Honora Bowen, who featured on the Naked and Afraid Season 3 finale. Honora competed alongside Matt Strutzel in Brazil's treacherous North region. Matt was able to complete the challenge, but Honora suffered extreme heat exhaustion and had to tap out. Or did she? In an article on her personal webpage, one entitled, "How Naked and Afraid is Like a Nazi Experiment and Why I Faked the Blackout in Brazil," Honora challenges the entire premise of the show. For starters, she claims she was coerced into starting an argument with her partner in order to provide a dramatic peak for her episode. Honora also states that producers continually coached her on how to make statements about her own background and her father's importance in her life, though her words were not necessarily accurate. What really pushed her over, though, was that Honora developed a bladder issue due to an overactive metabolism. Though she asked to tap out several times, the producers goaded her into continuing. Ultimately, Honora says she faked her medical issue simply to get off the show. "I pretended to be basically catatonic. I let my body go limp because honestly it was pretty close to that point anyways. They had been checking my blood sugar at least once a day, and it was wavering around 40-60, which is incredibly low for a person. I was pretty close to going into a coma for real. So being limp and playing dead actually felt amazing, in that I was going to get to leave there, and I didn't have to take one more fucking step in that fine, fine sand. I had taken enough extra steps for these people, both literally and figuratively. I remember hearing what a great job the camera guy was doing as he was hanging out the open-sided Jeep and filming the epic tap-out. Someone kept pinching one of my nipples. The producer was joking about pizza and beer. I just did my best to let my eyes roll back and keep a straight face. And the poor medic, who could never say my name right, I felt the worst for him. Because he was really a good guy, so sweet, and I truly felt bad hearing the fear in his voice that I was almost dead. Critics of Honora's account say that the decision to exaggerate her condition was ultimately hers, and that no one involved with the show's production forced her to faking anything. Critics of Naked and Afraid say that Honora is merely casting light upon a shadowy practice. As is often the case with reality TV, the truth about the show's production is probably somewhere in between the two extremes. Intolerable partner behavior. Some contestants have faced verbal abuse and bullying from their survival partners. In one extreme instance, the behavior of one male contestant toward his female partner was widely condemned by viewers as abusive. An example of bullying and toxicity on the show is, woman threatens to let survival partner die and calls him the devil. After Joe nearly faints from dehydration, Sam begins to grow increasingly frustrated with her partner. Threats are made and tensions begin to boil over. She was flat abusive. I'm kinda shocked the producers didn't step in. Sam should have failed any mental testing that they would have done. Naked and Afraid's contestants aren't paid nearly enough for their participation. While many reality shows offer huge prize pots, Naked and Afraid only offers bragging rights. While Naked and Afraid does not offer prize money, cast members are compensated. In 2022, Naked and Afraid XL participants Alyssa Ballestero and Stacey Lee Osorio revealed to People that they only received a few $1,000s for their appearance on the show. Contestants' flight and a 2-night hotel stay are reportedly also covered by the production team. We're taking them away from their job, and we realize that, and so we give them a weekly stipend to compensate for their lost wages. But no, there is no prize. Casting director Christy Russell told Channel Guide in 2015, contestants on Naked and Afraid XL get slightly more compensation, but they spend double the amount of time spent in the wilderness. It has been reported that Naked and Afraid XL contestants are rewarded with $24,000 for their 40 days battling the elements. In reality television, there is a significant compensation disparity, where contestants often receive little to no pay while producers and executives make large salaries. This model is central to how networks keep production costs low while profiting from the participants' stories and personal lives. Allegations of low wages and exploitation of reality TV contestants, including those on Discovery Network channels like TLC, are widespread and ongoing. Unlike unionized actors, reality participants are often classified as independent contractors, making them vulnerable to precarious pay, manipulation, and harsh conditions without labor protections.